Where do you see this all coming together? What is the future of retail, e-commerce, and payments going to be with Aevi at the front of that?
For me, it's become really a wallet-to-wallet transaction to a certain degree.
Wow, okay, yeah.
How many wallets you have, it's a different point of sale.
Yeah.
But payments themselves, they kind of take a back step to a certain degree, because kind of it's ultimately the wallet, let's say, with which you're paying. And you can see it with Apple nowadays. You integrate your kind of credit card into Apple Pay, then it's, let's say, your debit card. Now they introduce buy now, pay later. At some point with PSD2 we'll go to account payments. So they become more or less the overall integrators, and payments feed into this wallet. And I can see the same happening also on the merchant side. And it's then, let's say, that you kind of do this interaction. You as a customer A, let's say, enable the payment. You maybe even authorize your card to do the payment for you, as, let's say, this all kind of spreads out. And as a merchant, let's say, I'll receive payments, and afterwards I say how I want to have it split kind of to fund my overall bank accounts. And this is, let's say, kind of where it somehow comes together. So it's more of a wallet-to-wallet interaction, and you have different touch points, whether it's then your kind of point of sale, whether it's a soft POS, whether it's, let's say, an e-commerce store, whether it's, let's say, an EV charger that you kind of, let's say, interact with.
Wow.
That's, it's more, payments become more identity driven than really, let's say, a numbers driven game.
What does this all mean for the ISVs as well?
For the ISVs, different things. And for them, first of all, it's I think really the most interesting one. ISVs were the first to understand the power of payments data and data to kind of really deliver service towards SMEs. They were there, let's say, to also save the day when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So for them, and it's an evolutionary journey for them. First of all, they start as a business partner, enabling a certain piece of software. Now they can venture more into the overall payment space, kind of really monetize their overall payments journey. And this could be, for example, initially, let's say that they interact with an integrated payments provider, then at some point, like with a Stripe or another PayFac, and ultimately at some point they can also become, let's say, their own acquirer. It's all possible now. And all of this, let's say, allows them to gain more control, to also gain more responsibility and grow into this environment. But previously, let's say, for each step in this value chain, they had to change, let's say, the terminal that was, let's say, with the SMB.
Yeah.
And this is a kind of a big hurdle for them, let's say, kind of to grow without interrupting the merchant's business. Now, and this is kind of where kind of, let's say, can benefit, especially from us, is we can help them kind of removing this problem for them. They can be in control of their own destiny. This is where payments orchestration comes in, and grow into this journey. And they can only not grow, let's say, in their speed in their different markets, but they can also grow internationally because we make this available. And that's especially interesting, let's say, if we have a look at Europe, which is such a fragmented market, where it's hard for an ISV provider kind of to satisfy the needs, not only, let's say, from a local perspective and the local regulations, but harmonizing, let's say, also their payments integrations. And if you then want to add any specifics to the checkout flow, you're kind of mostly lost at the time being, but this is kind of where, let's say, then the digitization of the last mile of payments can ultimately benefit them.